Okay, we're live. Before we start, we need to address something right away. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I can maybe try with both of my hands.
Did you notice something different about me, Joe?
At first I wasn't sure, but yes, you appear to have what my friend Brendan would call a pair of tig ol' bitties.
That is absolutely correct, Joe. Double D's to be precise.
Okay, let me start by saying they look magnificent. You have what is, by all means, a pair of rocking tits. But let me ask you this. Why? How did this come about?
Let me set the record straight here, Joe. I am not a trans person. No.
That's good.
There are perfectly pragmatic and logical reasons for why I did this. Pragmatic beyond my masculine predisposition to fondle and caress a pair of gazungas such as these.
I'm sorry. Jamie, could I get a cold glass of water? No fucking ice. I told you I don't want any ice in the studio.
You see, Joe, we have a big problem on this planet. That my bazookas, I think, will come to address.
You have my complete divided attention.
You see, the atmosphere is like a chemical soup. And currently, with the melting ice, both in the Arctic and in the subarctic, and deep inside the permafrost, we're increasing the levels of CO2 in the atmosphere at an exponential rate. I first began to address this problem with Tesla, and then again with Tesla Solar.
The electric cars? I have one of those. I like to go fast.
Correct, but another significant source of greenhouse gas emissions is bovine flatulence. In fact, one single cow can produce between 100 and 200 liters of methane each and every day.
You mean cow farts?
That's right, Joe. And why do we need cows?
Because they moo?
No, well, it's mainly for their milk. Yes, you see, if we all do our part and take my new patented hormone therapy, each man on this planet can produce not only enough milk for themselves, but enough milk for their loved ones and even their friends.
Interesting.
These bad boys produce an aggregate at least 25 to 30 fluid ounces of nutritious milk each and every day. With enough therapy, I think we can increase those numbers to approximately 50 to 75 fluid ounces every 12 to 16 hours.
That's amazing.
Imagine a world, Joe, where there's no more hunger in Africa. Imagine a world where every man not only produces the food that he needs, but also smiles every time he looks in the mirror. Depression will virtually disappear within our lifetimes.
I think I am beginning to understand your points. I mean your nipples. I mean, please continue, Elon.
I have 25 children, Joe.
That's a lot.
With these milkers, I don't need to rely on women to feed my brood. I only need to rely on this simple pump, which is made of simple parts that anyone can purchase at one of our hormone distribution centers nationwide for $1,000. Women will no longer have a monopoly on child rearing. I predict that with time, we will find that men are not only as capable, but perhaps even more capable of producing milk for their young and for recreational use.
That's amazing. But like, there has to be some sort of downside here.
There's literally zero downside here, Joe.
What about the stairs? People must have to stare.
But people will always stare, Joe. Say you have a nice car or a fancy rocket in your pocket. People are always going to stare. And why should I be ashamed? Why should I be ashamed of these beautiful mommy milkers?
You know, I was just playing the devil's advocate. I'm completely fucking sold on this idea.
I was hoping I'd hear you say that.
Jamie, sign me up for the double Ds. Elon, do they come in black?
Absolutely, they come in black.